All right, so we got the Full Circle Wealth webinar, man. This is the beginner's blueprint to building the wealth, right? You guys watch us every week, and if you don't watch us every week, welcome. This is what this is for the people who are looking to get started. You're going to go from that consumer to owner, right? The person who just walks through the mall and spends their last dollar to the person who shops on the stock market and spends their last dollar. Hosted by yours truly, Go Getter.
And your boy, Flash.
Here at Full Circle Wealth. Brother, you can take over the first flash.
Let's
first slide.
get it. It's your boy Flash. And why we built Full Circle Wealth.
Oh, no, I was just talking. This is what we're covering today.
Oh, okay,
The next slide is why we built Full Circle Wealth.
I got you. So what we're going over is these 7 things right here. You're going to meet us just like you just did. What is crypto? What is the stock market? The platforms to use, ETFs, what ETFs are and dollar cost averaging and how that can help you, how to pick stocks and how to pick crypto, and what is happening in the markets right now, man. Getting straight
into it, man. Let's get into it, man. Oh, it's us. Meet your host, man. So you got Go Getter, man. You know, co-founder of Full Circle Wealth. You know, I do the stocks and the investing, man. I prioritize that. Content creator, you can find us and find me at Official Go Getter on Instagram. Right, me and Flash building Full Circle Wealth from the ground up, just to make everyday people access investing more accessible to everyday people, however you want to do it. But we are here for you because we did the hard work. I'm just trying to make it easier for you guys because it can get a little complicated.
Exactly, and my name is Flash, man. I'm here to help on that very same mission, man, especially diving into other riskier assets like crypto and other riskier assets like that. So, yeah, man, we getting straight into it. Here to help you grow and understand the importance of getting into the markets and understand the different types of assets and where you could capitalize off of your capital and make it work for you. Ultimately, man, we getting to the point where our investments that we make in our younger ages can benefit us in our older ages, man. But it starts today, and that's what we are here for. And we're here to help you make it easier for you to understand and get in your bag, twin.
Get in your bag, man. Get in your bag. So, why we built Full Circle Wealth, right? Why we're here every week? Why we post every day on the Instagram? Why we post every day on the Discord? Why we post every day on the YouTube? Why do we even do this?
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Why do we do that?
Why is we doing that?
That is a good question.
And right here, off the rip, most people were never taught how real money works. And we built Full Circle Wealth to change that. We were never taught that. You were never taught how real money works. We never went to school being taught how real money works. So you were probably never taught how real money works, right? So it's for the everyday people, built for the working person who earns the money but has never been taught how to grow it, right? Going to work and working that job that 40 hours a week, even sometimes 60, maybe even 80 if you want to trade more time for that overtime, you know what I'm saying? All in that 1 week. But most people don't realize you can only trade so much time for money.
Yeah.
You can only do so much labor, right? And then I'm going to touch on consumer and owner, and you can finish with the real education for
Yes,
it.
yes. So on top of getting that, what?
Nothing, I was just...
On top of getting that, on top of it being for everyday people, right? Just like Official Go Getter was saying, we never got that real education. And so this is where we've done the hard part and we're giving it to you and delivering it to you the easy way, man. Getting into the way that we do it for us and using practical frameworks that we've created and structured so that it is applicable and accessible to every single person. It doesn't matter who you are, how you are, when you are. This will help you, and our structure can help you, and you can apply it to your life today. Everything that we do is they're very small things that need adjusting that make big impacts on our lives. So, yeah. This is the place to be.
Yeah, that's the education, man. And from going from consumer to owner, right? Our real thesis and our main thesis here is stop buying things that make others rich and start owning assets that build your wealth, right? We put so much emphasis on buying the latest iPhone. We put so much emphasis on buying the latest clothes, the latest buying and spending money on Amazon, spending so much time with Meta, so much time with Google, Apple, like I just mentioned, uh, Tesla, Microsoft. What are some other companies? Even Netflix, even Elf for the girls who like that makeup. You can buy Elf on the stock market, right? Nike. We spend so much time consuming these companies, but not realizing there's a whole another marketplace on the other side where we can buy into these companies, a piece of ownership, something that we call a share, that gives you a piece of ownership of these companies that you're already consuming. And going from that mindset from saying, okay, I'm just only gonna take this dollar and consume it, right, and let others consume it and give it to somebody else, and saying, hey, I could take this dollar and put it to work, so I don't have to work forever. Exactly. Because the more you end up in that consumption race, is the longer you have to continue to work, right?
Right, and that shift from consumer to owner is what we prioritize, man. So the consumer, he buys Jordan 1s and Nike wins, right? You stream music, you stream your favorite artists, right? Drake, Lil Wayne, Big Cheese, whoever it is. Spotify wins when you stream that music on there. When you buy a new iPhone, you get a new iPad, AirPod Maxes, Apple Watches, whatever it is, Apple product, they win because they take your money. McDonald's, you always getting the McDonald's fries and the Big Muffins every morning, man. McDonald's gonna win. You pay your rent on time every month as you should, but your landlord wins because he owns that property. But if you go to an owner aspect, owners have Nikes. You got the shoes, but you also got Nike stock, right? You got Spotify. You listen to Spotify, but you also own Spotify stock. Same for Apple, McDonald's, and you invest in the RITs.
Yeah, those are reinvestment, real estate investment trusts.
Yes.
Right. So you can invest into certain real estate companies that are getting paid through whatever real estate that they own.
Right.
Right. And
Airbnb
is a real estate company. They're not a RIT.
Okay.
But that's a great example. They're one of the few companies that still are in that real estate place that aren't a RE, real estate investment trust. Airbnb, right? You love to take them trips. You love to get that $1,500 and get them taxes back, and you gonna say, I'm finna spend my last on this trip because I need to go to Costa Rica. I've been grinding all year.
You got to make that mindset.
You got to make that mindset shift. You're already spending all this money with Airbnb. You might as well, Airbnb is a great company. You get a great experience. Hey, let me go put some money in the Airbnb, right? Let me take 10% of my income and whatever I'm getting from the money that I want to go have fun with and put it up, right? Into this aspect of being an owner, right? Anything you want to say? Anything else you want to say about being an owner before we move forward, man? That's it. That's you, man.
Got you. Now we're talking about what is crypto. So crypto is a currency, is a digital currency secured by cryptography and recorded on a decentralized blockchain. I want to touch on this word right here, decentralized. When something is centralized, that means that there's an oversight by a government or a bank or some sort of entity where the crypto market and crypto itself is not centralized. It's decentralized, meaning that there's nobody that oversees it. Nobody's gonna look into your wallet and be like, hey, where'd you get this money from, right? This is what crypto is, right? And major cryptos, or a public ledger, no bank or single government controls. Top two cryptos that are listed here are Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, I do want to emphasize that Bitcoin or cryptos do different things. While Bitcoin is the crypto coin, right? Ethereum is an altcoin. It's not Bitcoin. Touching on that here, there are thousands of other altcoins like Dogecoin, like Shiba Inu. I'm sure that a lot of people have heard about those. XRP, and my favorite, Flare, which are considered to be higher risk but higher reward. You get in while the price is extremely low, pennies, cents on the dollar, and expected, not saying that it does, but expected to go do thousands in return, right? 25x's. So while Bitcoin, this is the OG, this is the very first crypto, and there are, to give you a quick fact, there are only 21 million tokens mined for crypto or for Bitcoin, and it's the fixed supply. Sorry, and basically, what to make these two different cryptos here? What the main difference between the cryptos is that Bitcoin, the OG, is a store of value. So this is where you park your money, and this is where you put your. If you didn't want to have a high yield savings, if you didn't want to use a high yield savings, or you didn't want to use your bank account, Bitcoin is a great place. Although the price fluctuates, you doing dollar cost averaging, what we'll be talking about later, is what puts you ahead of the game. While Ethereum, right, it's a programmable blockchain, and it utilizes smart contracts, which allow transactions to go a lot smoother and faster. Because on Bitcoin, they run extremely slow. Bitcoin transactions can take up from 10 minutes minimum to 45 to an hour, not even max. It's probably even a little bit longer than that, depending on how much traffic there is. But Ethereum, they're pretty quick. Those transactions are pretty fast. They happen within a minute or two. And they specialize in DeFi and NFTs. Now, DeFi is decentralized finance. So that looks like if you were to say you wanted to get your paycheck through Ethereum, that is a place where you could have that happen to you. Decentralized finance. We already talked about what decentralized means. So finance, you getting money and things like that. Now NFTs, that stands for non-fungible tokens, which is to sum it up, it is a piece of data that is worth whatever I market to be out as. To simply put it like that. That's a bit advanced, but NFTs is something that you could hold for however long is yours, and it's based on how the market of the NFT is treated. So, lastly, key concepts: wallets, keys, gas fees, and decentralization. Wallet is where you hold all of your crypto. You cannot hold your crypto on like your bank account. Not yet. Not yet. We are getting to that point, but we're not there currently. Now, the keys is the unlock and lock sequence to your wallet. So if you lose your keys to your wallet, you're cooked, right? You save your keys, you put them up somewhere, don't tell anybody, swallow the key, you'll be straight. Now, the gas fees is what I was talking about when it came to the speed. Because it takes so long for Bitcoin to run a transaction, the gas fees become a lot higher. So say you wanted to send one whole Bitcoin, it might not, when the transaction lands, it might not be the whole Bitcoin. It may be like a couple $1,000s off because of the gas fees. But now Ethereum, it's a lot different because it doesn't cost that much to send the transaction through. The gas fees are low, which allows smart contracts to be utilized and function the right way. We've already talked about decentralization, and I want to emphasize the last thing. If you don't have control of your keys, then you don't own your crypto. So when you open up when you create a wallet through whatever platform you use, always remember your password. Write it down somewhere where only you know where it is, because don't give me access to your keys. Don't give this guy access to your keys, man. You know what I'm saying? Security is one of the most important parts when it comes to crypto. Now, owning the asset is one part, about 50%, but the security behind your keys and your assets is the second 50% of that. So that is crypto in a nutshell.
Bet. So now we got the stock market, right? We just ran through the crypto. Now let's go to the stock market, right?